Pizana
and Co.
Welcome to
Second-Hand Haunting,
where we read ghost stories from a second-hand book I found in a second-hand shop and try and make sense of them.
Fun of them.
Sense of them? Thank you, Percy. And also try and bamboozle our guests for the day. We've got a returning guest. It's Steph. How's it going?
Hello. Good.
Thanks for coming all this way to little old Percyville. Apparently he's decided it's going to be his house today.
Would you expect anything else from him?
No, not really. It'll be his podcast soon enough.
Just an hour of barking. 100%.
Barking,
Yeah.
chewing, licking, yeah.
Squeaking a toy.
I wonder if there's a market in there.
Surely. I actually think
Podcast
someone
for
would.
dogs.
We don't have Ollie here today. We've got two people with us. That's Steph, aforementioned, and Amber. Hey, Amber.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. I just sat down at the dining room table again.
Now, I think I've dangled this story in front of both of you at some point. I don't know if you remember anything about what I teased last time, Steph. I think I gave you two options of stories. One of them was a cowboy one of them was this one.
Yes.
But I never told you the name of the story, did I?
Well, not initially, no.
Not until we'd finished the whole episode. And I think Amber knew about it when I first read it.
Yes, you were very excited.
Yeah. For the story we have today is that of Lumley Castle.
Good pick, Steph.
Yeah. I still can't get over you. You didn't tell me the name of it. I'm gonna die on this hill. So rude of you.
You may join the spooks haunting Lumley Castle.
They're all fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Oh, well done.
I got it out of the way early, game. Cleared us.
Before we get into the story, I'll quickly let you know that this is from Ghostly County Durham by Rob Kirkup, as the castle is indeed in County Durham, where my mum's from.
Aww.
I don't think we have any relation to the Lumleys or their castle, but as Amber's already hinted, Joanna Lumley does. Now, you both seem to at least know who Joanna Lumley is, yes?
Yes.
Who would like to explain for the audience who Joanna Lumley is, in case they're not aware?
Icon, queen, like every girl in the 90s wanted to be her. I might be speaking for myself.
Oh no, you're speaking for everyone here, I'm sure. Including Callum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to be any woman, she'd be up there on the list.
Yes. She's incredible.
As you mentioned, she was, of course, one of the stars of Absolutely Fabulous.
Yeah, and then she definitely transitioned into travel shows in her later years, where nowadays she just gets paid to go places and do like documentaries about those places.
Oh, to be English aristocracy, huh?
Well, I mean, she wasn't even born in England. She was born in India. So she's that breed of aristocracy.
Oh, yeah. The real colonial one.
Yeah.
Now, you did say that she was a queen earlier. She's not literally queen of the castle. I don't, in fact, have any evidence that she has lived in Lumley Castle, but that is her family. I have confirmed that, at the very least.
Owning a castle and never even having lived in it.
That seems like a waste of space, honestly. Imagine having a castle at your disposal and just being like, nah, I'd rather not.
Yeah, the heritage can run it for us or something.
Would it change your attitude if the castle was haunted?
Yeah, would I live in a haunted castle? I mean, sure, Joanna Lumley would live in a haunted castle. She wouldn't care.
Yeah, she would. Depends on what kind of haunted, which I guess we'll find out.
Oh, we sure will.
Yeah.
What kind of haunting? Possibly by whom, and certainly who's seen it. There's more than one celebrity showing up in this here story. Which I will get on without further ado. Lumley Castle was the creation of the man from whom it took its name, Sir Ralph Lumley. Sir Ralph was well known throughout the north. A brave soldier, he was knighted in 1385 and, in 1388, helped defend Berwick-upon-Tweed from the Scots.
I love English names. Berwick-upon-Tweed. That's just...
Yeah.
That's incredible.
The train is now stopping at Berwick-upon-Tweed. Like, fantastic.
Everyone there is just dressed head to toe in tweed.
No, if I know my English place name nomenclature correctly, that means there is a river called the Tweed.
Yep.
Which this town is on. But if you like crazy English old names, I think we're going to get more, because this author, Rob Kirkup, likes to start every story with a history lesson. So bear with us while we get to the actual haunting. Later that year, he led the attack at the Battle of Otterburn, and, despite fighting courageously, was captured and imprisoned in Scotland.
Good for the Scots. Get him.
I can also think of worse places to be imprisoned.
Yeah, not the Highlands.
Oh, it's a bit cold up here. He was released the following year and returned home to the manor house his ancestors had built. Due to the uncertain times, he sought permission from the Bishop of Durham to turn his manor house into a castle.
Did you just get an extension put on?
Yeah. Put some crenellations over here, put some thick walls over there.
Yeah.
Turn that loo into a oubliette.
Is it just a reclassification for, paperwork? Red tape? Not that it was red tape.
I think you're being generous with the amount of paperwork going on in 1389.
If it's just a reclassification, does that mean that every house was just a castle?
Waiting to happen.
Yeah.
A man's home is his castle.
Yeah, true.
That is not an accent from Durham, nowhere even close.
It's like a pirate.
And I'm not getting closer, so strap in. I suspect that he's probably just had some serious PTSD and he's overcompensating. I've been captured once. I am not going to get captured again. I'm going to fortify my house.
Yep.
He's like a doomsday prepper of 1389.
You know what? If that's the case, I respect it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Local youths just playing bagpipes on the neighbouring hill just to trigger him up.
Thicken the walls, thicken the walls! This was approved, and work began immediately. Care to take a guess how many years it takes to turn a house into a castle?
Either a lot or not at all. It's not a medium amount of time.
What's a medium amount of time?
3 to 5 years is a medium amount of time, I would say. Back then. Because you got to haul all that stone from somewhere and things like that.
Steph?
I'm going to go 70 years.
Sorry, 7 or 70?
70.
Okay, no, it was completed in his lifetime at least.
Oh, good.
It was 9 years later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In 1398, Sir Ralph's castle was completed. In January 1400, Sir Ralph and his son Thomas partook in a conspiracy to kill King Henry IV and replace him with Richard II.
Excellent.
Alright, maybe there was an ulterior motive for this castle.
I see where the political climate's going. Why are all these lords suddenly fortifying their homes together?
Yeah. The plan was to attack the new king during a tournament at Windsor Castle. However, Edward, Earl of Rutland, betrayed the plot, and the king and his family escaped to London, and the rebels were arrested. Sir Ralph and his son were stripped of their titles and beheaded.
I mean, yeah. Get them. Oh, no. Actually, I'm on the fence now. Because on one hand, sure, overthrow the king if you want. But also, you're making trouble for the Scots earlier.
Look, it's messy.
He's just generally a troublemaker.
Yeah, he's just in it. Or get out of that, drama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes sense that this is where the Lumley lineage began, though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
They like making a scene.
The lands belonging to Sir Ralph were forfeited to the Earl of Somerset until his death in 1421. The Earl had no son to inherit the estates, so Lumley Castle and its land reverted to the Lumley family, and specifically Sir Ralph's grandson, another Thomas. The castle is still owned by the Lumley family. As of writing, which was in 2010, so unless anyone's got news about Lumley family fortunes, I assume it's still there.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Are you looking up if they still own it?
I'm just looking up if she has children.
Oh.
I think so. I think she does.
She does. She has a son, so...
Okay.
Yeah,
Another Thomas.
No, she has her son, Jamie Lumley. So the lineage is in good hands.
Yeah. Who's the father? Knowing both British aristocracy and show business, we probably know who he is, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Of all the research I did, it wasn't this, and I don't know why.
Hang on, she had 2. Okay, so Jeremy Lloyd, who she was married to. No, they were not married.
Oh. Drama. Dun dun dun.
She married him in 1970, and her son was born in 1967.
Ooh.
Okay.
They divorced a year later, and then she has another husband that she's been married to since.
Okay. Good on her.
Yeah.
As long as they weren't stripped of their titles and beheaded.
No. And just the one son from that first guy that we assume, unless she was with somebody else in the few years before, who's to... She can get it.
Exactly. 100%.
So the castle is still owned by the Lumley family, but in 1976 tenancy was granted to No Ordinary Hotels, and it turned into the 59-bedroom 5-star hotel it is today.
Yeah, she's got money.
Yeah.
But now I immediately want to go stay in that hotel.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
that's
it's a hotel
still-
you can go to.
Yeah.
Right?
Picture of her on every wall.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Like in the grand hall, where they normally have all of the family portraits, they're all just Joanna Lumley.
Yeah, and I want them...
And just like different outfits as well. Some
Yes.
with like
Every
earls
episode
and,
of Ab Fab.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
painted traditionally.
Yeah.
The castle is full of dark corridors and has a medieval atmosphere, enhanced by the rooms being made up in a period style, and the staff wearing period costume. This is how you hotel.
Yeah, why didn't we stay there next time?
Well, I found this book in the UK while we were there.
Yep.
It was too late.
Just, instead of going back to London, just swerved.
Yeah.
Get on a different train that goes that way.
Oddly enough, I don't think we found this book in Durham or anywhere near it. We found this in Edinburgh, I think.
Right.
I don't know why.
I don't remember there were so many books.
Yeah, so many bookstores. Lumley Castle is famous the world over for its resident ghost, Lily of Lumley.
She sounds lovely.
The lovely Lily of Lumley. The lovely... No, not trying that 3 times fast. Oh, it's Sir Ralph's wife.
Which one was Ralph?
The guy who turned his house into a castle.
Okay.
The beheaded one.
Yep.
The couple were Lollards, followers of John Wycliffe's preaching of a New Testament gospel. So lovely Lily Lumley the Lollard.
Right.
Oh dear.
Is that why they were some way motivated to kill the current king? Because they were part of a new religion? I wonder, I don't know.
It gets messy.
That's the wrong podcast.
That is certainly motivation for many attempts at taking the crown through British history. Whether it's this one, I don't know.
I have heard of Lollards before. I don't know why, but that's a familiar phrase.
All it's making me think of is bollards. That's literally all.
The famous bollard, Billy of Bumley.
Yeah.
No.
That's the porn.
No, stop that here. When Sir Ralph was away in Berwick-upon-Tweed, 2 priests visited Lady Lumley. Stop it.
I didn't say anything.
And tried to bring her back to the Catholic fold. She was strong-willed and politely thanked the priests for their visit and explained she had no intent of returning to Catholicism. The priests were concerned for her soul, so lured her into a bedroom.
As you do when you're concerned for someone.
And you told me to stop it.
Where they murdered her.
Oh.
Carried her body to the basement and threw her down the well.
Sucks to be a woman in history. Can't have anything. Although I think it does explain a lot about Joanna Lumley. Like, if you knew that your ancestor was, like, telling
Thrown
2
down a
priests to
well.
stick it, like, because you want, you know, like... It said she was strong-willed and stood up for herself. And it's like, if you knew that was your ancestor, you'd be like, yeah, me too. You know.
Now, I don't think she's related to Lily, though.
But they're Lumleys.
Not by blood. Not this one, anyway. Because it was Ralph's nephew who began the bloodline that eventually led to Joanna. Because, of course,
Oh.
Ralph and Lily here both died along with their only son, Thomas.
Oh, right. Oh, with their only son. Yeah, got it.
I forgot the kids.
So it's an ancestor. You could be inspired by that if you were.
Yeah. A nephew on which side it doesn't say, but it does say it was Ralph's. But then again, patriarchy. Callum from the future here. I don't know where I got nephew from, because it said it was Ralph's grandson who retook the castle. So I'm guessing they may have had not just one son, but also a daughter who then gave birth to the second Thomas. So apologies to the Lumleys and to my guests.
Do aristocracy tell their children when their kids like going to bed like stories of their ancestors? Like if you had ancestors that had done things that were notable, would you, as they were going to bed, tell them stories of what their family had done?
Look, if I manage to get an aristocrat on this show, I'll ask them.
I feel like
There's a
they
lot
would.
of things aristocrats do behind closed bedroom doors that I do and don't want to know about. Sorry, you were saying?
That's true. Surely they would. Like, if you were someone who had a clear lineage and you're like proud of that lineage, I feel like surely you'd tell your kids about that. And say, this is a badass who did this 7 generations ago type thing, you know?
Yeah. I think it's hard for us as Australians to know that because most of our lineages, our grandparents came across as 10-pound poms. Like, that's a lot of us. So, so everything we did is in another country whose records and books we don't really have access to.
No.
So, very early history here. There isn't much to really say to our kids about that kind of thing.
And we also know that they were so strong-willed that they were killed for it. So then it's a bit of a cautionary tale. But then you tell that to your rebellious kid because you know they're going to get more rebellious. I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, this is a ghost podcast.
Yeah, anyway, Lily is down the well. Maybe that has got something to do with the ghosts. The priests found a very ill young local woman and took her to a convent near Finkel Priory, saying that she was indeed Lady Lumley. The woman died shortly afterwards, and when Sir Ralph returned from Berwick, he was informed by the 2 priests that his wife had left to become a nun and died soon after.
So they stitched up some poor vagrant.
Yeah. To cover their own murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds like the church, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's sad that it does, because they really should have been helping to home and clothe that poor vagrant,
Well, they did. They put her in a nunnery.
Yeah, I guess.
That's clothes that you're not allowed to change, and a home that you're not allowed to leave. And there's stories about Finkel Priory in this book as well, but that's for another day.
Coming home and being told your wife changed religion to join a nunnery.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, sure.
Perhaps that might have had something to do with his decision to try and usurp the king.
Yeah.
This is where the truth behind the legend has become muddied over the centuries, yet no shit. And some incarnations of the story tell that Sir Ralph believed the priests, and they got away with the murder of his wife. However, other versions of the legend claim that Sir Ralph was furious with the priests for taking his wife away from Lumley Castle, and had them executed. It's possible the latter is what actually occurred, as this would account for the sightings of ghostly monks walking in single file throughout the castle grounds.
Yeah, I'm with he killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's going to try and overthrow the king, he'll kill 2 priests.
Look, I'm married. I like to think I know my wife well enough that if someone were to tell me that she disappeared while I was off murdering some Scots to join a nunnery, I'd be like, no, she didn't. What happened?
Yeah, and even of a different religion.
Yeah.
Not even of the religion.
No, I am deep in a cult right now. You're telling me she went and became a Catholic? No.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Of course people do complete 180s on their entire personality.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
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 Also, presumably the servants would have been like, well, my lord, they took her down to the well, and then only they came back up.
That is a very good point.
I also question, mentioning that the ghostly monks go single file throughout the castle grounds, can you be single file if there are but 2 of you?
If you're carrying a body between the 2 of you? Ooh. But no, they push it down a well.
I just feel like it's 2 people. That's not a line. It's 2 people.
That's true. It's a line either way.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter what direction, it is a line. Yeah,
Constantly shifting backwards and forwards and scuffling past one another.
like they're trying to walk a cabinet down the grounds or something. God, anyway. The well where Lily of Lumley's body still remains to this day is now covered by... Care to guess?
No, can't think.
No?
Sorry, it's a bad answer for a podcast.
What would you cover a well with that you know that there's a body in?
I mean, I'm first thinking just cement or something like that.
Yeah, really keep it down there.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Your wife went to go be a nun. Also, someone covered in your well. Probably don't uncover it and drink from it anymore. They're unrelated issues.
No, the well, to this day, is covered by a pane of glass. But guests can still look down it.
Oh.
It's a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
No. But, like, I always wonder, because there are a lot of well deaths. I don't know how many episodes you listen to of this show. There's a lot of people in wells.
Yeah.
Like, do they keep drinking out of that water? Or is it like, well, there's another well gone?
Maybe that explains all the dysentery.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the corpses in the wells. Would you look in the Lily Lumley well?
Would you?
Yeah.
Because we've got a picture of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be a dark hole.
Not quite. It's a picture of the setup that they have
Oh.
on there.
Oh, I was expecting a really thick pane of glass across the floor so that you could, like, just look...
Yeah.
Just look down. Like, have you ever seen like the Adelaide Museum where there's like the squid thing that you just stand on? And I was imagining that.
No, they're sensible enough to put handrails stopping people from actually jumping on it.
See, I was one step worse than that. I was still imagining a stone well with like glass on top.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. Okay.
You're picturing like the ring.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. Yeah.
I mean, if I was the tourist attraction, I would put something down there that's on a random timer to occasionally like move. just some brief movement.
They have already made the conscious decision to turn this
Yeah.
murder site into a tourist attraction.
And all the
Why
people
not?
who work there are wearing costumes.
Yeah.
we're past, I guess, depending on your tastes, we're past the tasteful side of a historical, we're into attraction territory, I think is what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
I want to go there, but,
This is closer to Disneyland than the Tower of London. Not by much, but a little bit.
To be fair, if something did move every now and again, I would be all over that.
Yeah.
I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's even got something you can lean on to keep watching. Like, you're comfortable while you're looking down this well for another glimpse of, I don't know, a rat or something.
I guess you don't want people hogging up the well, though. Like, there's a line to look in the well, guys.
Yeah, that's why there's four sides, so you can have 4 people looking down at
Keep it moving. It's just going and going.
It is said that every night her ghost comes up the well and walks throughout the castle. Her footsteps are heard on landings and even in rooms. Lumley Castle made news headlines worldwide in June 2005 when the Australian cricket team spent a terrifying night at the hotel.
Okay.
All-rounder Shane Watson was so scared that he's... Yes?
Thought we were going into Shane Warne territory for a second and I was scared.
I think that's the same team.
Yeah.
I think Shane Warne would have been the captain while Shane Watson was one of the
Maybe,
players
yeah.
in 2005.
You said another celebrity was going to show up and I was like, not Shane Warne.
Actually, Ricky Ponting was the captain, but both Shane Warne and Shane Watson were on that team. England won the Ashes that year, though. Would Shane Warne have been so scared that he slept on the floor of his teammate's room? Maybe he... Oh, do you think Shane Watson went to go sleep on the floor with Shane Warne?
No, I think they were gay and it was like, oh, I'm in here because I'm scared. Definitely not sharing a room together for any other reason. Yeah. I'm scared.
I don't know how litigious Shane Warne is. But
I'm not saying it was Shane Warne. You said it was. I'm saying it was anyone else, but just...
No, you're right. I hadn't even thought of that, but Yeah, when you spend a whole tour with 11 other dudes.
Yes.
Yeah. Australian media officer Belinda Dennett, or Dennett, that might be a typo, admitted to journalists that several of the players were uneasy in the hotel. She went on to tell reporters that she actually saw ghosts for herself.
Slow news day in Australia.
Well, that's every day.
Yeah.
Well, she's really falling on that sword to take the heat away from these two cricketers in caught in a
I
scandal.
think this is you breaking the news headlines. You want your name in the media. You say that the Australian cricket team saw ghosts, and don't worry, you saw them too.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and misspell your name. Alright, the next paragraph is a quote from Belinda. I was woken at 4 a.m. by my phone and noticed the blind at the window had opened. I looked out of the window and saw a procession of white people walking past.
The cricket team getting to look at the only woman. No, I'm kidding. Keep going.
I thought the white people would... That's cricket whites, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's seeing the team walking...
Or she's just dreaming that she's seeing anyway.
Yeah.
They're all coming back to their rooms after a night out.
It was amazing. Very scary. I pulled the blind back down and returned to bed. The blind suddenly opened, and when I looked over, there was someone looking in through the window. End quote.
Yeah. Yeah, someone trying to get a glimpse.
It's not looking good for the Australian cricket team in 2005, is it?
No.
Point out that the woman went, oh my god, a procession of ghosts. Anyway, back to bed. Like, as a journalist.
Yeah. No, she's a media officer.
Okay. Well,
she's a wannabe journalist.
As a media officer. Like, the greatest discovery of human... never mind.
Yeah.
I want you to try and find that news clip. Like, if it broke Australian news...
Yeah, okay.
I think it's 2005.
Now, it broke BBC News, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, we can probably
I
find
wonder
that.
if you could find that clip.
If I can, I will drop it in here. Unfortunately, I could not find any audio or video of this news story, but I did find a link from ABC News proving that Shane Watson slept on Brett Lee's floor. I've included a link in the description of this episode. However, this was not the first instance of a cricket team being frightened by the hotel's resident spirits.
Man, the spirits really have something against cricketers, don't they?
In 2000, 3 of the West Indies touring team were staying at the hotel, including Captain Jimmy Adams, were so scared they checked out in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. They're not hard like Australian cricketers. They saw it through.
Well, there's only 3 of them. They don't have a whole team of big burly men to keep them company at night. That is the end of the cricketer stories of this particular castle. So if you have anything else you want to get out...
I don't know if I could ever be so terrified of a ghost that I had to check out in the middle of the... Like, no, better I go off into the freezing UK evening, like, into the night... and, like, just find anywhere else to stay.
Yeah. Now, Durham is... It's not hugely north.
Right.
It is like, it's northern.
Yeah.
Cricket is a summer sport from memory, so it could well have still been very light, even in the middle of the night.
I don't like my chances to find a second hotel nearby in the middle of the night, like...
It doesn't paint them in a good light, does it?
No.
Like, they're not making rational decisions after seeing a ghost.
Or hearing a ghost, yeah.
I feel like how bad the ghost haunting was really just determines my view of those people, you know? Like, if it's just really frightening, there was blood on the walls and everything was everywhere and you couldn't get away from it, then sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But, like, you know, if someone, you hear footsteps and you're like, I'm going, I'm like, okay. All right, maybe you shouldn't even be playing cricket then. Like, calm down, go get a service job or something.
Oh, no! Whoa. Look, in their defence, I'm going to say that the haunting is somewhere between Peeping Tom and the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'd be interested to know if they won their next match after they, did it affect their performance?
I wonder how long the test match was. You will win in 7 days. Do crickets go for 7 days?
I don't know. I'm the wrong person.
Depends on the type.
Okay, test matches are the ones that just keep going, right?
Yeah. Then there's 1 dayers.
Yeah. I don't know. Cricket people, no,
We're sorry.
don't email me. I don't care. Okay, I care a little bit. I care enough to look up that West Indies lost that test match to England. 3-1. Whoops. Haunting Breaks, which is a ghost hunting group that is now defunct. I couldn't find anything about them aside from a Facebook page that is closed. But they have organised a number of paranormal investigations at Lumley Castle, and I, Rob Kirkup, spoke to the company's director, Carol Bowen, about what occurred during a memorable investigation in January 2006. So that's about 6 months after the Australian incident, if you're keeping track. The rest is a quote, I believe, from Carol. Amazingly, a full spectral apparition of a little girl was seen. She was walking along the corridor and heading towards the staircase. She appeared to be about 5 or 6 years old and dressed in 19th century costume.
So one of the staff, no, I'm kidding.
I hope they're not hiring 5-year-olds. But the aristocrats... In room 63, one guest reported hearing noises. They took a photograph, and the following morning found the picture was covered with orbs. So much so that it appeared as though it was snowing in the room.
Orbs.
Orbs.
Just a bad develop.
How much do you know about ghost photos and orbs in particular?
Orbs are a certain kind of ghost.
Well, they're a certain kind of dust that's been caught in a camera flash.
Okay. Oh, so it's just really dusty in there.
Yeah, it's just a very dusty room in a castle that's 700 years old. Oh dear. Perhaps the staff spent too long getting changed in the morning and not enough time dusting the rooms. During dinner, a couple of the guests commented on headaches and strange feelings. 2 of them had to retire to the bar area and fairly quickly started to feel better.
Gas leak.
Or they're just all alcoholics. They got a drink and they feel better.
I'm thinking they were fed up with the company they were with and it's like, let's just go have a drink. They did feel better temporarily.
I've got such a bad headache, I need to go have whiskey.
Yeah, they're just hungover.
Yep.
Scare of the dog. Photographs were taken during this phenomena, and a certain amount of orbs were captured.
More orbs.
Or less, I don't know, a certain amount.
Yeah.
Not as much as snowing, but a little more than hailing. Later, in the dining room, we conducted a vigil and we experienced strange movement and lights. One of the guests, who had previously been a complete skeptic, was astounded to experience what he believed to be a voice whisper in his ear.
I hear voices all the time. That means nothing.
Voices of other people sitting around a table with you, yes?
Yeah.
How many people are standing here, Steph?
I'm counting 7.
Oh, no. We asked for a noise to confirm communication, and another guest said he saw a shadow move towards a particular chair.
Well, that's not a noise to confirm that you're there. We asked for a noise.
Chair scraping noise?
It was a shadow.
We immediately took photographs of the chair, and an orb was captured in the middle of the seat. I'm getting sick of the word orb now.
This person and their orbs. They're just going for it.
Yeah. I also wonder what this skeptic was doing in the ghost hunting group.
I mean,
is he really a skeptic?
Yeah, I think you bring a skeptic with you. Like, you know, a friend who doesn't believe, who's a naysayer when you go to the pub and say what you're into and they naysay you and then you say, well, all right, we'll come along then.
Yeah. If I were running this group, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'd be doing. But if I were running that group, I wouldn't be doing this here podcast as it is.
And then if you were the skeptic, you would want to go because then you'd feel really good about yourself when they didn't find anything and you could lord it over them.
You know what? If haunting... What were they? Haunting breaks? If haunting breaks had... Oh, breaks like a holiday. I think that's what the name is referring to.
Oh, so you go for a break. You go to a haunted place to stay.
Yeah.
So it's probably mostly going to be hotels that are haunted.
Yeah, funny about that. I bet no ghost showed up before this was a hotel. But look, if somebody had offered to pay for my stay in Lumley Castle for the night, I'd go.
Yeah, that's
Hell
fair. Yeah.
That's the end of that particular story recounting.
I want to hear from the
instance.
skeptic.
We have. He heard a voice.
So they say.
Proof.
There was a skeptic with us, and I mean, even he said, can we see the skeptic? No, he's gone home.
Oh, no. The surrounding area is also a haven for paranormal activity. And there is a tale of a headless horseman that rides from Lumley Castle to Finkel Priory.
I mean, beheading is something we've heard about
Yeah?
previously. At first I was like, why would they have a headless... And I was like, well, no, 2 of them were beheaded. So...
Including the one whose wife got taken to Finkel Priory.
Yeah.
So maybe this is his ghost being like, where's my wife?
Yeah.
He doesn't know she's in the well.
Yeah.
True. I much prefer a headless horseman to some orbs, to be fair.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say a headless horseman to a headed one.
You know?
Sure.
Man, we still need to watch Sleepy Hollow sometime, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one good Tim Burton film, that's me.
Which Tim Burton film was Joanna Lumley in, do you know?
What? Oh, she's got to be in one of the CGI Alice in Wonderland messes, surely.
No?
No.
Better than that.
Huh. No, what Tim Burton film was Joanna Lumley in?
She's in Corpse Bride as the girl's mother, I believe.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I believe that. And probably why I couldn't picture.
Anyway, that was just a Lumley fact that I throw in for free.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I'm going to...
That's cool.
You know what? I'm not going to watch Corpse Bride again. Once is enough, isn't it?
I've seen it a few times, but...
Oh, okay, sorry. The identity of this headless phantom is unknown. But he has been reported a number of times, most commonly on stormy nights.
I love that they, like, no one knows who it is. Well, we came to a conclusion within 5 seconds very quickly about why there would be a headless man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, come on, like, hotel, if you're trading on being haunted,
Yeah.
figure your story out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds of a battle have been heard in the castle grounds and nearby woodland. The sound of sword clashing with sword, horses charging, and the cries of dying men. That's all we're getting about that particular phenomenon.
Cool. Right. No historical battle in that area, I'm assuming.
There might have been a battle when Ralph got his head cut off. I don't think there's a square foot of the British Isles that hasn't had a battle on it at some point.
That is a very good point. Although it is sounding more and more like they're just adding things to this story. They're just like, oh, a battle will do, and a headless horseman, and a little girl who walks along the holes, and orbs.
The tour needs to be 30 minutes minimum.
Yeah.
So we've got to... We can't get 30 minutes out of the well.
What if we walk them all the way to the edge of the grounds? Because that's where the woods are.
Can you hear it coming out over the... I can't help but just hear it in the insane ghost tour guy's voice when we were in the UK. We went and did a ghost tour while we were there, and this guy that ran the tour had just been doing it too long.
Yeah,
he would have been like, the sounds of the battle out there, can you hear them? They ring through the night. Look there, and you might see the apparition. Let's go now to the next area over here. Don't trip on the pavement. It's a bit wonky over here.
Don't sue me.
His voice was just up and down. He was just, too long. You got to get out of that game after about 15 years.
Keeping in mind, he did it every night.
Yeah.
7 days a week. Yeah.
Yeah, provided someone was there to do it.
Yeah. I think he probably would have still turned up to the square.
He just does
To
it
the
anyway.
start of the tour anyway. Yeah.
He turns into one of the ghosts that he talks about, actually.
He's actually just the local madman. When there's no guests, he still runs up and down the streets of York.
This sounds bad, but I can't wait until he dies and then other ghost tours start saying that they can see the ghost of him walking around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he deserves it.
it's like a
He deserves ghost status.
ghost to a pyramid scheme or something.
Or
Some say you can see him waiting for tours to start here every night. Riding his bike.
I feel like that, or the alternative is no one ever notices when he dies because he just keeps doing it even when he is a ghost.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wait, did we ever physically hand him money?
Just put it down on the thing and he takes it.
Do we ever see him going home, or does he just disappear?
He definitely arrived on a bike.
The headless bike man. Alright, back to Lumley Castle. One of the best known ghost stories in County Durham occurred at Lumley Mill, which has long since been destroyed, and tells of the murder of Anne Walker. The year was 1630, and John Graham was working hard one night at the mill when suddenly he noticed a chill in the air and felt he was no longer alone. He turned and came face to face with a young woman in her late teens or early 20s. Her long dress was soaked in blood, and she was bleeding badly from 5 large head wounds. John had a horrific realization that there was no way anyone could survive such injuries, and, resisting the urge to flee, he plucked up the courage to ask what she wanted of him. And they say English hospitality is dead.
There really was trouble at Mill. You see a woman with massive head wounds and you go, "Can I help you? What do you want?"
Yeah, of course. Clearly that's what you do.
Yeah, he plucked up the courage to ask what she wanted. Well, urgent care.
If first aid had been invented in 1630, I don't think it would have been sufficient.
That's true, you just watch them die.
Make them comfortable, no?
Yeah, lie down on this patch of grass.
You wouldn't chuck her in the mill, would you, just to hurry things along?
What? No, because it damages your mill.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Concern for the mill is the main thing here,
Yeah.
clearly.
They need that mill to live.
Yeah, is this before or after the Luddites were running around? It's not worth getting into that. She told him that she had been betrayed by his neighbour, her uncle, John Walker. That's a whiskey, isn't it?
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, okay. Yeah. She said she had been asked by Walker to go with a collier called Mark Sharp, who would look after her. Now, I did look up what a collier is. It is a coal miner.
Yes, Durham is known for coal.
Yeah. However, he had taken her out to Moorland, as if it's a friggin' theme park, no, Moorland, and when her back was turned, he had killed her with a pickaxe. He concealed the murder weapon under a bank and threw her body down a mine. He struggled to get her blood from her clothes, so he hid those also.
Got a corpse? Just throw it in a hole.
There's enough of them around.
I'll say, ladies, if you're ever alone with a man, never turn your back on him.
No.
Don't walk towards the holes. Just stay as far away from them as possible.
Wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Did she not know that he was taking her out to the moorland? Where were they going?
Well, I don't know. Bit of that.
Look, at some point her clothes did get separated from her body, so I don't think the moors is the best place for a bit of sneaky rumpy-pumpy with a collier, is it?
Nobody else will be out there?
If it's the 1600s.
Where else are you going to go?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I don't want to go out there, but, you know.
The ghost begged the miller to tell the authorities of the crime, and said that if he didn't, she would haunt him forever.
This is what you get for asking. You should have just left.
How can I help you? Oh, really? Oh, well then, you see.
Is this not... I know you haven't done it yet, but is this not a Fisher's ghost scenario? He saw that happen, and then the only way he can justify it to the authorities is to tell them that a ghost said that it happened. But really, he saw it.
Yeah, I am leaning that direction. I'm not sure what John Walker had over John Graham to stop him from just saying, hey, I saw him do it. Oh no, it wasn't John Walker, was it? It was Mark Sharp.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this story.
Yeah. Are you keeping track of them?
No.
No? Do you have your MVP yet? It's going to be tough. No, wait, no, it's not. John Graham ran... Also, it's so strange. I've got an Uncle John and an Uncle Graham. It's weirding me out. John Graham ran home as fast as he could, but he could not sleep. His heart was still racing, and he was trying to rationalise his experience.
Yeah, I think he saw the murder, and he ran home from seeing the murder. You wouldn't be able to sleep either.
No.
But yeah, he wasn't working at the mill. He was stealing coal?
Sure.
Maybe he was doing a crime? That's why he couldn't say what he was doing out there?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe he was murdering someone else.
A secondary mine shaft.
Yeah. He decided that he must have imagined the whole thing and put it down to working too hard. A few weeks passed uneventfully, but one night Graham was coming home through the woods when he came across the ghost of Anne Walker once more. This time she was much more forceful, but Graham fled and, again, did not report the crime. Months passed, but these occurrences had adversely affected the miller. There were fears for his health, and he was no longer the cheerful man he had previously been. Onlookers commented that he seemed to have the weight of the world upon his shoulders.
Yeah, he saw her die. He saw a woman die.
Did it say when the murder happened? No.
It just says when he saw her, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't say... Sorry, I'm looking for what time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because just before Christmas that year, Graham was in his garden when Anne Walker appeared to him again. This time the demands were even more threatening. Graham could no longer pretend that this was his imagination, and he agreed to report the murder to the authorities. The next day, he went to the local magistrates, and, after telling the full story, an immediate search of the pit was ordered. Now, when I say pit, that's just the name they had for coal mines. It doesn't mean it was a massive pit.
Yeah.
The decomposing body of Anne Walker was found and recovered from the pit. The pickaxe was also found under the bank, just as Anne had said, together with the blood-stained clothing. Also, when it says bank, I'm assuming it means like a hill bank and not...
Yeah.
Yeah, not a vault. John Walker and Mark Sharp were subsequently arrested and charged with the murder of Anne Walker. Speculation was rife among the villagers, as Walker was known to have abused his wife prior to her death, and his niece had become pregnant shortly after moving in with her uncle. She was asked, but would not say who was responsible. Now it appeared that John Walker's motive for the killing of his niece was to hide the fact that he was indeed the father. Oh, no.
I have to say, just going back to him reporting it to the authorities.
Oh, do you think he was the father?
I have no idea, but they acted mighty quick for someone being like, I saw a ghost saying this.
Yeah.
It's the 1630s. That's as good as DNA.
I mean, I'll point out, again, when I heard that, I, as the magistrate, went, well, you saw this happen. Like, you know, if you're a rational
Yeah.
judge, you go, well, no, he's saying it's a ghost, but clearly he just saw it happen.
Yeah.
Like, and then you go and you confirm. And yeah, I did think at one point, did he actually do it and then framed the one guy in town that everyone would believe could do it? But I don't think so.
That's a good point. If you are trying to frame a minor, you probably would use a pickaxe as the murder weapon, right? If you were a minor, you probably wouldn't use your own pickaxe as a murder weapon. Why did he even have it?
They were at a mine.
Yeah. But I'm just out on the... Yeah.
Okay, it also makes sense. We asked earlier, why would they be out there at the pit? And we said to get a bit, but in reality, he just dragged her out there.
Yeah.
This got
What
dark,
do you think?
Callum.
I'm just now imagining a world in which John Walker asked Mark Sharp to go and look after his niece. Legitimately meaning look after her, and he took that as a sort of, well, no one rid me of this troublesome priest situation.
I think that he just saw it and was guilt-ridden by the fact they didn't do anything about it.
Oh, not even the witness. I'm thinking that the murderer might have killed the niece because he misinterpreted what the uncle had said. Who knows? But there's more to the story. We might get...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not quite done yet. The trial of John Walker and Mark Sharp took place in August 1631 at the Assizes Court on Durham Palace Green. Now, the Court of Assizes is like a travelling court for really serious crimes. Right, because local courts can take care of, like, disagreements and stuff, but when, like, someone's been murdered, a proper judge has got to come into town, which would explain why it took from Christmas to August before the trial happened.
Yep.
Both men pleaded not guilty. The trial was ruled over by Judge Davenport, and one witness, a Mr. Fairhair, swore under oath that he had seen the likeness of a child on John Walker's shoulders.
What? The niece? Another child?
Yeah?
I guess it has, because it's pertaining to that night in question. So maybe he was giving her I think she's younger than we all hope. If he's giving her a ride on his shoulders, that is why they would end up at the pit together, because he's literally walking them both there. It would have to be, because that's the evidence, right?
A fair call. Unfortunately, it's John Walker that he saw had a child on his shoulders. So not the one who did the murdering, the one who ordered the murder. So I don't know what this
Because
is
she
meant
would
to
go
be.
with him.
He didn't go, though.
Well,
John Walker stayed at home while Mark Sharp did the
We don't know
murdering.
that.
True. The ghost would, and she didn't say anything about it. The jury found the prisoners to be guilty, and Judge Davenport immediately passed the sentence of death on both men. John Walker and Mark Sharp were hanged, but pleaded their innocence until their dying breath. The end. Mostly.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the story. I do also have a whole page of visitor information should you wish to go and visit Lumley Castle. Their website is www... No. How to get there? Leave the A1M at junction 63. Take the... No.
This is all really important information that I could use immediately. Yeah.
Wi-Fi access is free. Regular events take place at Lumley Castle, including murder mystery evenings and Halloween banquets. Please visit the hotel's website for more information.
See, if I was that castle and I had the money, I'd restore the mill, because I'd get an extra 20
An extra
minutes.
stop out of the ghost story. Is that worth it?
Well, if you've already been, you have to go back, because now they have the mill.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I'm just imagining the emails going out about that. It's like, and now the mill's open.
Yeah, is that bad taste? The board
The
meeting.
whole thing's bad taste. This is terrible. It's murderings and beheadings and rapings and incest and you got to make a buck somehow.
Well, I mean, they're aristocracy. No, they don't. Well, they do need to figure out ways to keep their estates running, because they are expensive.
Yeah, tourist attraction. Done.
Yeah.
Well, that's the long and the short of Lumley Castle, guys.
Wow.
Shall we give it and all the people and all the ghosts some awards?
Sure.
Yeah? All right, 5 stars on TripAdvisor. Sorry, no. Who's got an MVP, a most valuable person and or poltergeist?
Well, she didn't do anything, but... Joanna Lumley.
We're all voting for Joanna Lumley. Yes, hands up.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm going to vote for the woman who told the priests to fuck off.
Yes. Yeah. Lily Lumley?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
actually,
I'm going to give an honourable mention to the guy who decided to put a railing and glass above the well. But we don't know who he is, so if he wants to come claim his award, send us an email, links in the description, and I'll print you off something. Does anyone have a word award? Any particular word or phrase or name that really caught your interest?
I feel like Collier.
Collier? Yeah. Collier meaning coal miner?
Yeah, just because there's a lot of people, like British people, who I know of who have that surname, and I didn't realise it was one of those surnames that was based on a job.
I'll tell you a secret. That's all surnames. English surnames, anyway.
I want to put orbs in word jail.
Yes. I like it. Word jail. New segment. Yeah, I don't want to say orb again. Do I have any particularly good word?
Lily Lumley. I can't even say it. Lily Lumley is fun to say.
Oh, that's right. Lollard.
Lola.
The lovely Lily Lumley. Oh dear. Well, we've got actually a few more photographs if you guys want to have a little look-see to see if anything else in this castle takes your fancy.
Sure.
We have an external photograph of the castle itself.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I
you
would classically
might
go
be able to
standard.
tell there what was the original house
Yeah.
and what was the castle. And that middle bit is clearly the house, and then there's just massive turrets on all sides of it.
What do you mean? It's not obvious at all.
When a house clearly has an extension.
The turrets are the equivalent of, like, cement rendered extension.
Yeah. Now, you have seen the well hole. You might not have paid attention much to the Hall of Heads. Marble busts. Mm-hmm. Which,
Seems classic.
sure, they have actually put that just above the story of the Headless Horseman, so I don't know if they're trying to imply something by that arrangement.
That's actually where his head is hidden.
Yeah. It's inside one of the busts.
I just coated it in marble.
I think that is all for that one, though. So, thank you both for joining me on a tour of a castle. I sincerely wish I could go back to the UK to visit, but we'll have to just do with this for now.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Oh, anytime. I'm glad you two knew more about Joanna Lumley than I did. And I'm glad that none of us knew anything about cricket.
I know more than I care to let on, to be
I
honest.
see. Okay.
Not from me, but from my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want to say anything in case you get it a little bit wrong, and then I get all of the emails?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Or I get all the emails, and yeah, it's just not a good idea for either of us.
Shane Warne wasn't the captain of the team that Shane...
Well, if people do want to hear true facts from you, Steph, where can they do that?
Find me on pretty much any social media. I'm Steph Heff, and I do science communication. Do kind of chill science communication stuff that doesn't really go super in depth, but is just like, here's a cool thing that I've learned that you might think is also interesting.
Well, I'll look forward then to seeing your next episode about the truth about ghost orbs.
I'll definitely put that in the to-do list.
Yes.
I don't know how long that'll be.
The list or the publication?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all of the above.
And listener, you can look forward to another episode next fortnight of
Second-Hand Haunting.
Yay! Okay, listeners, we're back. We did a little bit of Wikipediaing just after we hit stop, and Amber has something important to tell us.
Yes. Now, since 2019, Lumley Castle has a escape room located in the old beer cellar that is themed around the story of Lily Lumley.
Yes!
So cool.
Oh my
So-
god.
Being such an icon, you get your own escape room.
So good. I would do the crap out of that escape room.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That would rule. She haunts her own escape room, like
Oh god. Oh,
haunted
I
escape
want this
room.
so bad.
Oh,
Can we go back?
yeah, we gotta go back to the UK just to do a haunted escape room with the
Yeah.
ghost whose room it is.
That would be so cool if she actually did haunt that when people were doing that too. Like,
She is in the cellar, so that would be where the well
Yeah, probably.
would be, somewhere around there. Yeah.
We also discovered that the castle is situated next to a cricket ground, and that's why all these cricketers keep staying there.
Yes, it wasn't just recommended one team to another.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Could that be why then those cricketers were like sneaking out in the middle of the night, being like, well, if we go and like muss up the balls in the middle of the night, then they're not going to catch us scratching them on the day.
What?
I know
Okay.
exactly what
Alright.
you meant, but I question.
Amber, I'm not going to explain it to you. I hope the listener understood what it was, and if not, they can just sympathise with you right now. But yeah, that's all from us. This week's story from Ghostly County Durham by Rob Kirkup. Episode edited by Callum Patrick for the Peas in a Podcast Network.